Hello, Facebook, YouTube. The day of Uriel, the archangel. God is our light. God is our fire. No, not Wooden. He's a false god. Quit acknowledging false gods and put them on the days that God created. Yeah. All right. Topic of the message. Uh, it's quite interesting. The topic of the message is called the reality of the power of iniquity. The reality of the power of iniquity. Very important. This, if you study the Bible and you run across this word iniquity, iniquity plays the most role in our sinful activities. Iniquity is really I call it the enemy of humanity is iniquity. It's not really flesh and blood because, if you understand the Matthew 5:4, love your enemies, bless those that curse you, pray for them, despitefully use you. But you will find out that your enemy has something wrong within inside their heart. And what's wrong inside their heart that Jesus was trying to say in Matthew 13, he's trying to say that it says that people wax gross in their hearts. They wax gross. They have eyes that they can't see, and they have ears that they can't hear. The thing is, what's that affecting that is called iniquity. And iniquity is this wax, this spirit is invisible wax inside the hearts of human beings. That it comes inside the heart. And what it does, it's like what Jesus prophesied in Matthew 24, that, a love for many shall wax cold. And what happens is this iniquity, I tell people, is described like wax, like, candle wax. When it's like a candle wax, how a candle wax pours slowly down inside you. Really, it's a black wax. It's a dark wax that pours inside of you, and it comes inside your heart. And what it does, it hardens your heart. And it hardens your heart for it to perform the way it's supposed to perform. We're supposed to be loving people. We're supposed to be caring people. We're supposed to be loving life and happy about life. Love is supposed to be the ideal. Like I tell people, love is like a car. Like a car is created to ride and move and drive around. But when the car is breaking down and car is not functioning right, the car is not supposed to break down and function right. You know what I'm saying? And it's because it's created to ride. But it's breaking down. We will say something's wrong with this car. But it's the same thing as our heart. We think because we mistreat and show hatred and bitterness and envy towards people, we think nothing's wrong with our heart. We think this is the way we're supposed to be, this kind of person. You know what I'm saying? We think our heart is functioning. No, our heart is dysfunctioning if we're doing opposite of love. But the thing is the response of us operating in lust, and lust end up operating in hatred, is the iniquity that abounds in people that they don't realize is developing when they are developing desires towards the things of the world. Negative desires, negative desires is what develops this wax, of iniquity. And the power of iniquity, one of the number one powers, I tell people, the main number one power of iniquity is there to do is to help you. It's the I word, and I call it ignorance. Iniquity's power, number one power, that it flows and messes up our direction, mess up our decision making, messes us how we speak to negative people, and don't recognize what's wrong with us. We ignore these things. It helps us ignore us doing negative things. Ignore the negative things that you do, that you see that you do. You see the negative stuff that you do, but iniquity is going to help us ignore that and continue to do that, and just, more likely to ignore the big elephant in the room called the iniquity in your heart of the negative things that you're doing towards people, mistreating people, saying to people, whatever. It helps you to ignore that. That's what iniquity, well, not help, but hinder you to ignore what's right before your eyes. And that's the number one thing to do. And it also develops you a desire to go after negative things. You know what I'm saying? It helps you first ignore the wrong thing you're doing, and it gives you the desire to go after negative things, that you will go, out there chasing after, of course, the things of this world, and the earth. You know what I'm saying? The earth that is without form, void, darkness. You're chasing after the things of this earth and people that are created from the earth. You know what I'm saying? Concerning the fleshly agenda, and you don't really go nowhere in life. It's a nowhere. It's seeking after nothing. Like I tell people, you seek after the earth, you're seeking after nothing, because here's the thing: